Hi everyone! Number 46 in the Queen 50 series, and this one is I Can't Live With You. A song was written by Brian May, but credited to all four members of Queen. Another Brian May composition, and as you know, I've become quite attached to both his lyrical writing and his musical writing as well, so we'll see what I think of this one. In a 1991 interview with Guitar World, May said of the song, "As time goes by, I find I'm more concerned with the lyrics than ever. A lot of people say you can only create when you're in pain. But when I was really in pain, I couldn't create anything. When you're climbing out and beginning to get things in the right boxes again, that's when you can put it into music." There's quite a bit of that sort of thing on this album. There's some in I Can't Live With You. It's very personal, but I tried not to make it autobiographical because that narrows things too much. I tried to express it in a form that everyone can relate to. That makes me curious what it was in his life that inspired this, but I seem to remember he went through a divorce at some point, maybe prior to this, so maybe that had something to do with it. But again, he tried to make it not autobiographical, so we'll take it in a general manner today.
I can't live with you, but I can't live without you. I can't let you stay. Ooh, but I can't live if you go away. I don't know just how it goes. All I know is I can't live with you. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm walking a fine line between hope and despair. They may think that I don't care, but I traveled a long road to get a hold of my sorrow. Tried to catch a dream, but nothing's what I see. Love is saying, baby, it's alright, when deep inside you're really petrified. Lover turns to hater, all this escalator. Oh, I can't live with you. Yeah, but I can live without you. I can't breathe if you stay.
Okay, this is certainly different than All Dead, or what was the other one that I...
Sail Away, Sweet Sister.
Sail Away, Sweet Sister. This is clearly coming from a different perspective, a different musical style and everything. It's also clearly dealing with relationship conflict. So we'll take that, but I'm listening to the music and there are some fun little details in there. I'm not going to back up right now because I want to listen through the piece. But let's see if we can notice, as we're going on, some of these fun little details that I'm catching with my ears.
I can't live with you. Yeah, but I can live without you. I can't breathe if you stay, but I can bear you to go away. I don't know what time it is. All I know is I can't live with you. We're stuck in
This guitar, da-dum bum bum bum. It's repeating, I can't live with you. It's the same rhythm, isn't it?
I can't live with you. We're stuck in a bad place. We're trapped in a rat race. We can't escape. Maybe there's been some mistake. We're trying to make a high score. We're walking through closed doors and nobody's winning. We're just sinning against ourselves. Hold on, baby, tell me it's alright.
In this section where it says, we're stuck in a bad place, we're trapped in a rat race. Notice how it's mostly just percussion there. It's as if the instruments get stuck. They couldn't quite keep themselves going there. It works really well.
We're stuck in a bad place. We're trapped in a rat race. We can't
Kind of turning our wheels here,
Maybe
revving the engines a bit.
we try to make a high score. We're walking through closed doors and nobody's winning. We're just sinning against ourselves. Hold on, baby, tell me it's alright.
Nice little rhythmic tweak there in the melody.
Breaking from the hurt inside. Passion screaming holler, doing what we gotta do. I can't live with you. I can't live with you. I can't live
You hear all the breaking glass and breaking dishes.
with you. But baby, I'll never.
Yeah. It's as if we're witnessing a domestic conflict here. There's stuff being thrown. There's at least if it's not physical items, it's the throwing of words and the cutting and the breaking that these emotions and it says anger's breaking from the hurt inside, passion's screaming hotter, doing what we gotta do. I can't live with you. I can't live with you. And listen to what the music is doing here. It's painting this picture of conflict and distress.
I can't live with you. I can't live. I can't live. I can't live with you. But baby,
In this, I can't. We don't even have time to say one phrase completely before we have to start saying it again. I can't live with you. It comes tumbling one after the other, just too many things at once. This is a problem, that's a problem, and I can't deal with you. We can't even solve this quarrel that we're in right now. I just can't. And it's a great expression of that state, isn't it?
I can't live with you. But baby, I'll never, ever leave you. I can't live with you.
Guitar solo, again, it's Brian May's classic melodic style, singable, and it's almost feeling happy there. If you listen to only the guitar, it's almost feeling like it could dance if you listen to only the guitar. But you have to take all the other instruments and all the other baggage away from it in order to hear that little thread of potential joy. Da-da-da-bum, dee-dee-dee-dee-dum.
I can't live with you.
I feel like that guitar solo could be lifted out of this piece of music, set in an entirely different piece of music and context, and made to express utter delight and happiness and a sort of excitement and joy springing out of it. Put Freddie's voice with it or something like that, rather than this desperate, I can't live with you, and all that's going with it. And this line, I can't live with you, but I can't live without you. And it comes right after, I can't live without you, as if there's still in this, and also, because I'm in love with you, there's still in this whole conflict, there's still the feeling that there's still something in there that could possibly be rescued if we can somehow take everything out of the way and find that kind of overwhelmed and hidden line of love and delight, which was more present earlier in the relationship. Now it's gotten buried in all of this conflict stuff, but it's still there. If we could just grab hold of that and rescue that, It feels like maybe this wouldn't have to end in complete destruction.
I can't live with you.
But I can't live with you.
Live without you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Ooh, and everything about you. I can't
Building
live with
tension.
you. Oh, I just can't live. I just can't live. I can't live with you. Yeah, but I can live without you. Through the madness, through the tears, we've still got each other for a million years.
That line, through the madness, through the tears, we've still got each other for a million years. Listen to what he's doing with his voice there, and listen to how everything changes, and suddenly we feel the sunlight warmth coming in there, just for those moments.
I just can't live. I just can't live. I can't live with you. Yeah, but I can live without you. Through the madness, through the tears, we've still got each other for a million years.
For a million years. Back to this.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I can't live without you. Yeah, yeah. I can't live without you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I can't live without you. I can't live without you. I can't live without you. Oh, I can't live without you, baby, baby, baby. Without you. Oh, 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 yeah. Can't live without you.
That's interesting. I'm noticing how at the beginning of the piece, it had more of a frenzied, desperate quality. But about the time that I noticed that guitar solo, it seemed to be a turning point, because we still find moments of that desperation and the clash and the conflict. But by the time we're in this last portion of the piece here, we're somehow feeling positive and upbeat. The music takes on this sort of vibrant quality, and it almost feels like he's gone out to his car and he's driving down the road and listening to some great music and gotten himself back in a better frame of mind, and suddenly he realizes, and he's saying over and over, I can't live without you, I can't live without you. It's no longer I can't live with you. For the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The last 13 lines never express I can't live with you. They're all expressing I can't live without you, or something related to that expression. So it feels like the crisis has been averted, at least this time. But I'm thinking, what's the use of a piece like this? What's the use of a piece? Well, let's listen to this last bit once more here.
Without you.
Even this it's more free, it's more hopeful.
I can't live without you. I can't live without you.
There's a buoyancy.
I can't live without you, baby, baby, baby. Without you. Oh, 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 yeah. Can't live
And this is how the piece ends. I can't live without you, on this very positive, upbeat expression. Well, if you've noticed in my last several in this Queen 50 project, I'm coming more and more strongly to the belief that Queen always finds a way to make things positive, finds a way to point us upwards, point us out of whatever we find ourselves in, whether it's loneliness, depression, sadness, emotional upset, relationship conflicts, death, facing death, all of it, they find a way to take it, shift the paradigm, find a way to find the silver lining, the golden light in the situation. And here I'm seeing the same thing. And you can find it in the lyrics, you find it even more in the music. And if you listen to these pieces that I've been listening to with that in mind and ask yourself, what is this doing to my mood? What is this doing to my outlook? What is this doing to my perspective on life? And my way, how is it impacting my way of relating to the world around me? And I have to say that it's incredibly positive and uplifting. Even when they take us down into the depths, they always manage to pull us out, or at least, even if they don't pull us out, they show us the way out. So that by the time we've traveled with them through this portion of the pathway, we know where to go when we're done. I love that about Queen. And I love the fact that they're not doing it in an overt, sort of obnoxious manner. They're not producing either music, or I shouldn't say they didn't. But anyway, this is a journey that I am taking on at the moment, so I'm going to say they're not, as if it's happening. They're not producing music that is shallow and inane. Neither are they doing so with their lyrics. They're not sitting here lecturing us or preaching to us about how we should relate to life. None of that at all. They're not telling us how to vote or what to think politically or religiously or any other socially. They're not doing that, which is one of the things that makes their music so timeless, because it's not linked to a particular social, political, even cultural view. Although, of course, they come from a certain culture, and we find fingerprints everywhere, but they're not locking us there. Their message is universal, and we relate to it in a universal way very easily. Why am I saying all of that? Well, I started to ask the question, what's the use of a piece like this? Why do we listen to a piece of music that is all about, starts out, I can't live with you, we're stuck in a bad place, we're trapped in a rat race, and we can't escape, and why do we listen to a piece of music like that, really? And I don't know, I suppose it's different for everyone, and sometimes you're just in the mood for something, and sometimes you don't care about the lyrics, you just love the music. But I'm thinking there could even be a really ordinary practical use to something like this. Suppose you do find yourself in a relationship conflict. What to do? Step back and find your cool. And what better way to find your cool than by listening to a piece of music like this? And after you've driven down the road and listened to the music and gotten yourself in a better frame of mind, then you're better able to go back and deal with whatever the difficulty is, whether it's domestic conflicts, whether it's work conflicts, whether it's some struggle of your own, who knows? But music can be both purely for pleasure and for practical uses. And this is one that, I don't know, for some reason I'm just thinking it's right in the music and the experience of listening to it. It makes a great recovery piece, doesn't it? And I think that's fabulous. Anyway, here we have I Can't Live With You, which finished with I Can't Live Without You. And that is Queen. I'll see you soon.